Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of Nerdy Show and Tell! I totally warned you guys ahead of time that I was going to do this in a vlog or something like that, but I'm going to be showing off my favorite nerdy possessions each video. What could be this week's topic, you ask? What is covering my glorious cleavage here? Well, could it be all of the media passes from the last 2 years that I've had for all of my nerdy events? How awesome is that, right? Oh my god! Going to esports and gaming events have been my favorite things to do ever since I started doing them, which is pretty much like 2 or 3 years ago. I love events, I love interacting with fans, I love meeting new people, and it's so amazing and so exciting to see all of the new games before they come out, get to preview everything, get to write about things, get to take video of things, interviews, meeting fans. Oh my god, there's nothing better than events, especially if they're related to gaming. This is a huge part of my life as a nerd, and probably some of my best days of my life have happened at these events. And holy shit, I just realized that one of them is bright green, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to use the green screen with this bright green thing. So green screen is gonna remain green, and you're gonna be able to see my apartment and all that stuff. It's gonna be pretty unprofessional, but who cares, right? Who gives a shit about the background anyway, right? So let's break it down per pass, shall we? Okay, so the first one is gonna be the most awkward one. My PlayStation wristband from the PlayStation conference for the PS4 and all that stuff this year at E3 2013. This conference was amazing. I remember the screens and everything just set up so awesomely, and everything was epic, and all of the fucking exclusives that they showed, everything, it was amazing. Nerdgasm for sure. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't watch my recap video of E3, Sony has like a party that looks like Lollapalooza right before each conference, where you get free beer from an open bar and anything you could ever want. It's pretty fucking epic. Sony knows how to treat its nerds. The next badge is my Xbox One from E3 2013's briefing media thingy. So the Xbox conference, basically, and the Xbox One conference. This I remember as a great conference because it reinstilled my hope for Xbox and Xbox One, even though they still did have the DRM changes and all of that in effect back then. The exclusives were amazing. They showed off a lot of great games, Titanfall and a bunch of other stuff. So this was a great conference, and this was my first ever serious media huge conference. So it will always go down in the history books as something that was one of my favorite things to attend. Next we have this year's general E3 Media Pass. I was there for Zoomin.tv. This was probably the most amazing event of my gaming or esports career because I love general gaming and I got to take so many interviews and work with so many amazing people. Zoomin.tv is fucking amazing. I love the 2 guys that work there in the games division. And on the back we have Shin Megami Tensei. Last year it was Persona 4 Arena, so this is Shin Megami Tensei, the new one. And on the front we have some little mobile game that's pretty cute, Dragon Quest or something? Dragon Crown, my bad! And of course, we've got the great Wii U band that shows off all of the Nintendo characters. E3 is really extravagant with their passes, aren't they? I actually have to wear this and try not to break this, the whole event. And the event is 4 days or something? It's fucking crazy. But it's totally worth it. I never take this out. A lot of people take this out. I don't consider them real gamers. I mean, how could you take this out? This is fucking awesome, right? And on here you can see I have the little Square Enix pass, so I could go backstage to Square Enix and do some interviews and stuff. Oh, I love you, pass. I miss E3 so much. I wish we could have an E3 every single month. Pass number 4 is going to be my media pass for MLG's Pro Circuit. I think this was Dallas 2012. Dallas was pretty crazy. I don't like the city because the city is super ghetto. You go outside and you can't even walk around without being asked for money by some kind of bum or something, or harassed, and it's really creepy at night. But the venue is amazing. The hotel is pretty fucking badass. We actually stayed in the loft instead of the actual host hotel. But the event was crazy. Oh my god, the finals were amazing, and I fucking just love covering MLG events because MLG is esports is where my heart lies. So I love it. On to the next! IPL 5 in 2012 in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan. The Cosmopolitan is really high class, and I remember I couldn't get any food there. This is actually kind of really important to me because it's the last IPL. They actually don't hold IPLs anymore, which is really sad because Las Vegas needs more esports conventions. This shit was crazy. I remember they had the GSL finals there, as well as the GSL, what was it? What is it called? The thing where all of the nations come together and combat each other. That thing, what is it called? I forget what it's called. Fuck! But it was awesome. It was fucking cool to see GSL and IPL at the same time. And IGN, I've been featured there as a gamer girl quite a few times, so it was pretty cool. I mean, what's better? Esports plus Las Vegas. Come on. I mean, upstairs they had this place where there was like a skating rink, and then outside they had consoles attached to like TV screens and like beanbags. So you could sit there on the beanbags and play video games while you're like outside, like breathing in nice air, and it's so beautiful there. Oh my god. Amazing. I really, really hope they bring back IPL in some capacity at some point. Please. MLG Anaheim 2012. This was my first real esports event, and it was my favorite. One of my favorite events of all time ever in the history of me. I met a lot of great people there, I made a lot of great connections, and I had a little too much fun. MLG Anaheim is my favorite of all of the MLGs. I want to go every single year for sure, and I love the venue. I love everything about it, and the best players come to California, of course. This was before all of the WCS craziness, so this was just like regular MLG. There were open brackets, everything was great. It was a lot of fun. If I could go back in time, I would do this event all over again. I miss you, MLG Anaheim 2012. Next, MLG Anaheim 2013. Of course I wouldn't miss another MLG Anaheim. This year I stayed with Jen, who is Live in Pink, and it was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with the Muslim a little bit, a bunch of other pro gamers, met a lot of cool people. It was pretty much just like last year, but amped up and a lot of fun. Even though I do miss last year because there were a few people that didn't attend this year's that I did want to see. And I did spend a lot of time hanging out with a friend, kind of far away from MLG. I took cabs. It was like $100 per cab, and I did it twice. So I spent $200 on a cab just to like ditch my esports friends. So I wish I had spent more time with my esports friends at this event and watched more games. Oh my god, I was so sick 2 of the days that I had to stay in bed, and I only got to watch like a total of like 5 series? Totally not enough StarCraft. And I didn't watch any League of Legends. This event actually pissed me off though because StarCraft didn't have the main stage. It was actually like League of Legends had the biggest stage, and then there was Call of Duty that had this like crazy caster like girder thing that held them really high up. It was really crazy. And then StarCraft was like back in the corner, which is like not acceptable. And there were only like, what, 10 stations or something for the open bracket, so people were sharing a lot and it was really crowded. We have so many StarCraft fans, we need a bigger area for them. Who's with me? Go StarCraft! StarCraft Master Esports Race. Next. PAX Prime in Seattle, Washington 2012. I live in Seattle, so this was pretty easy to go to, and I love it. I got the pass through Impulse Gamer, and I had to get an extra sticker on my badge because I was wearing cosplay and I had a fake sword, and they had to like inspect the sword and make sure that I didn't like have anything actually sharp on it, which was pretty funny. I cosplayed as Sailor Moon one day, and then the second day, or I think it was the first day actually, I cosplayed as Baby Doll from Sucker Punch. It was pretty hot. Unfortunately, I'm not going to PAX this year because I actually turned in my media pass like 2 days late, which fucking sucks because PAX is like right here. What the hell? PAX Prime is so much better than PAX East. VIP access to the EA area at E3 2013. This year was awesome. I got so many backstage passes to like VIP areas and a lot of free food and stuff. It was awesome. I did a great interview here too as well. And on the back you can see, it shows you the EA booth and there's like a little map. It's so adorable. How do they know this far beforehand? Respawn, Need for Speed, Battlefield 4, Reception, and Plants vs. Zombies. Can you see that? There's also EA Sports in the corner there. Well, that's enough of that. And my very last pass that I have to show. This is from E3 2012, and as you can see, like I said, Persona 4 Arena is on the background thingy. I got this one through Impulse Gamer, and I wrote a pretty cool article for it too. I also cosplayed, I Dragon Ball Z cosplayed, and I dressed up like a Game Boy. I had this like really sexy dress that was like a Game Boy. This was a lot of fun, but it was really tiring. I remember the first day I was kind of sick, and then right after this was MLG Anaheim 2012. So I went from here to the next hotel for MLG Anaheim, and it was pretty fucking crazy. That was a crazy week. One of my favorite weeks of my whole entire life. I absolutely loved this event, and I will never forget it. I only did one interview. I did one interview with the guy who writes for Assassin's Creed. I found out all about Connor in Assassin's Creed 3, and I tried forever to try to say Kanyan Kahaga. Kanyan Kahaga, I did it! Ah! That's Connor's tribe in Assassin's Creed 3. Okay, that's it! I'm all out. There are so many freaking events that I didn't go to that I wish I had gone to. I mean, there's PAX East, there's every DreamHack ever. The international for Dota, VidCon, VidInc in Australia. There's IEMs, there's Asus ROGs, and I am sitting here waiting patiently hoping for my press pass for BlizzCon because I did not make it to get the tickets. Fingers crossed for BlizzCon, it's totally on my birthday. so I've gotta go, right? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever edition of Nerdy Show and Tell. Next week, I'll definitely be showing off an even better, more badass gamer memorabilia thingy. It's gonna be everything from my favorite nerdy things growing up to the new things that I bought with collector's editions. I think you guys will like this series. What do you guys think? I think so. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and do all the normal things that you would do if you enjoyed a video. No! Where are you going? Come back.
With others I will